Today, we are hearing from the attorney representing the Cheektowaga police officer who pulled the trigger in a deadly shooting last week.
Now, this comes a day after Cheektowaga police released a body cam footage of the shooting. Our Trina Catterson has more.
Body cam video begins with officers inside of an apartment here on Sanders Road. The next 10 minutes details what exactly happened between when the officers arrived and when the trigger was pulled. Thomas Burton, who is representing one of the Cheektowaga police officers, is defending his client's split-second decision-making, saying the video will prove the officers' actions were justified.
This was a split-second circumstance that required the use of deadly force to terminate the threat, and this officer did it with, I think, remarkable judgment.
In the footage released on Monday, you see Hugh Davis Jr. lunge towards officers with a large knife twice, despite being told to drop his weapon. Seconds later, one of the officers fires 3 shots, hitting and killing Davis near the top of the stairs. One question that often comes up following officer-involved shootings is why a taser isn't used instead of a gun. In this case, Burton says police were met with deadly force, and by New York state law, they don't have to reach for a less lethal option.
So this isn't an issue of a volitional, careful thought of which weapon to use. It unfolded so quickly, the only option was the handgun.
The video also shows officers knocking on the door when the frame gives way. Burton claims the officers did not intentionally break down the door, and because of that, he says there's no issue with Cheektowaga police officers not having a warrant.
They're not serving a ticket for a bad inspection. They're trying to make an arrest for what was a violent felony assault. But there was no attempt from the officers to barge into the apartment.
Both the Buffalo Police Department and the New York State Attorney General's office are in the early stages of their investigations. But Burton is confident that the officer who he is representing will be back on duty sooner rather than later. Reporting in North Buffalo, Trina Catterson, News 4.